So there are two late 2020 5G enabled Pixel phones to choose from, but which is right for you? Let's compare the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 to work out the core differences between the two and help you decide. Thanks for watching 95 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. We feel like we've repeated ourselves until we're hoarse at this stage, but the late 2020 made by Google smartphone lines are both great value but simultaneously very convoluted. COVID-19 is no doubt to blame for some of the confusion that has arisen, but some of that isn't helped by the staggered release of the Pixel 4a, the 4a 5G and the Pixel 5. If you're coming from an older device, the two that probably stand out most are bound to be the 5G powered duo we're comparing here. In all honesty, no matter which device you pick, we're sure you'll get that pixel experience that you've been craving. Some of you on the fence might be wondering if the extra $200 is worth it between the 4a 5G and the Pixel 5, in the US at least. Let's lay out all of the available information and determine which is a better buy for you though. So the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 have such a similar set of hardware specifications, it's likely one of the more confusing aspects of these two devices and will make choosing between them especially tricky if you don't know the nuances. It's a case of omissions and size, where the bulk of differences will be found between the 4a 5G and the 5. You'll need to work out just what you want and need in a smartphone to decide between these two very similar pieces of tech. The main differences between the 4a 5G and the 5 are down to the external hardware. While the Pixel 5 includes some internal hardware bumps, it is made from more premium materials and does feel slightly more expensive in the palm. Having only one colour option for the Pixel 4a 5G might also be a sore point for people that want a colourful device too. Because the main internals, including that Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, are the exact same, the Pixel 5 is only a very minor upgrade thanks to the 2GB of increased RAM. With no XL variant of the flagship model this year, then the added screen real estate might prove to be a big draw for those looking at the Pixel 4a 5G. While the external materials favour the Pixel 5, the unibody design is effectively the same on both devices. Both include the same haptics, which are a marginal step down of that of the Pixel 4 and 4 XL from last year too, although the Pixel 4a 5G does have better audio thanks to a proper earpiece speaker and downward firing tweeter, which is far clearer than the Pixel 5's combination of under-display speaker and downward firing tweeter. The software on the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5, like most made by Google devices, is practically identical. Unlike previous hardware, there are no removals from the 4a 5G that do not require extra hardware. This means you will have effectively the exact same experience no matter which device you choose. You won't be able to charge wirelessly on the Pixel 4a 5G, which means the Pixel 5 is the only Google-made device to include reverse wireless charging tech atop this charging method. As for the software versions, the Pixel 4a 5G arrives slightly later than the 5, but both come with Android 11 out of the box. As such, both devices will be eligible for OS upgrades up to and including Android 14. Beyond this release, you'll get monthly security patches until its end-of-life phase for both devices. Your core daily experience is practically identical on the 4a 5G and the 5, thanks to the same Snapdragon 765G at the heart of both handsets. That said, you may feel as though the Pixel 5 is faster thanks to the 90Hz display. Again, the cameras on the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 are literally identical from front to back. This even includes all of the software tweaks and new camera modes. This will undoubtedly take the stress out of choosing between the two devices when you know that no focal length or feature is left behind, even if you save yourself some money. The Pixel 4a 5G is actually the first A-series Google device to come with a secondary lens. You don't get a telephoto zoom lens on either device, but the main and ultra-wide lenses are likely the perfect combination, with the software-driven super res zoom providing that telephoto effect. Neither device comes with any AR Playground camera features, so if you like adding 3D characters and objects to your photos in real time, then you might want to look elsewhere, such as the previous Pixel series. Because the core internals, camera hardware and software additions are identical on each device, the end results are indistinguishable from one another. This is definitely a net win for the Pixel 4a 5G over the Pixel 5 though, as that extra initial outlay doesn't net you any major camera performance improvements. Of course, the battery sizes on the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 are very close in terms of size. They both provide all-day lifespan, which has been a problem for previous flagship devices in recent years. You could even stretch that longevity out a little further on the Pixel 5 by dipping the refresh rate from 90 to 60Hz too. You'll notice the only core difference is the extra charging methods you're afforded with the Pixel 5. If you simply must have wireless charging, then this is a device for you. The charging speeds via USB-C are capped at 18 watts, which is slow though by 2020 standards, but is still plenty fast for the most part. As we said at the top of this video, it all boils down to hardware and finish as to which device is right for you. The Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 share around 80 to 90% of the same DNA, which makes your decision much easier in many ways. That said, do you want an IP water and dust resistance rating, premium materials, 90Hz display or wireless charging? If so, the Pixel 5 is for you. Should you want a headphone port and larger display, albeit at 60Hz, and potentially better battery, then we think you should go for the Pixel 4a 5G. Everywhere else, these phones are practically identical. It's one of the strangest hardware lineups from any OEM in recent years, which does make the entire Pixel series a bit of a confusing mess in 2020. However, getting granular, it does become a little clearer. Just on price alone, you're not really giving up too much by opting for the $499 Pixel 4a 5G over the Pixel 5 in the grand scheme of things. However, if you want the most powerful Google Pixel, even at this stage of 2020, it remains the Pixel 4 or 4 XL. Even with a 4G only chipset, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 is a far superior performer to that of the Snapdragon 765G found inside the 4a 5G and Pixel 5. It too includes a dual camera setup and the same Pixel experience that you're likely on the lookout for, plus it's now available at a knockdown price. So that just about covers everything we think you'll want to know or consider before thinking about picking up the newly released Pixel 5 or 4a 5G, but if you do have any questions you'd like answered, be sure to let us know down in the comment section below. And of course, until next time, this is Damien with 9to5 Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.